Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Charlotte and this is Happy Twins 1111. So we've got to pick a card reading for you today. There's a thumbnail at the beginning of this video which you can choose a pile from. We've got pile 1 with a lovely chunk of aura light. We've got pile 2 with some fluorite. And we have pile 3 with, I don't know what that stone is. I found it on the beach, but I love it. So concentrate on which pile you want. I'm going to shuffle them. I'm going to do a 6 to 9 card draw, whatever feels necessary. And the question we're asking today is, what do you need to know about your DM? What does he need you to know? If I pause, it's because I'm getting channeled messages from my guys. Now, you can find timestamps in the box below, as well as information about the decks I'm using today. I'm going to be back tomorrow doing an energy update for both the divine masculine and feminine. So do tune in for that. And you can also find information about private readings below. And remember to like, share and subscribe and comment. I've been so happy to receive all your comments and emails. It's been really exciting to get that feedback and know that you're enjoying what I'm doing, that I'm helping. So keep them coming. It's really lovely to hear from you. So what does he want you to know? What does this divine masculine need you to know, DF? Okay, so this guy's very, very attached to you, but he's not coming forward anytime soon. There's a desire for a new beginning there in every sense of the word. He wants to come forward and, you know, be honest with you, but he's not ready to do that at the moment. We've got 2 aces in reverse there. So he's going through a dramatic change. We'll have that one too. So he's going through a really dramatic change. We've got the death card here, which is, you know, endings, new beginnings. But he's not quite made a decision about how he wants to move forward. He's not had the time, I'm feeling, to actually reflect on that yet. So just to show you what cards we've got here. This is the Devil. You know, this is about attachment. This is about obsession. He's absolutely obsessed with you right now. He cannot stop thinking about you. But with the Chariot in reverse here, he's just not ready to come forward. We've got these 2 aces, both the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, when cards are reversed, for me, they're not so much about, you know, the reversed meaning. They're just blocked energies. And, you know, if we turn all these upright, this is a much more positive lineup. And this is what, you know, it will happen when the energy unblocks. But he wants you to know right now that whilst he's ready for that new start, he wants it, he's thinking about it non-stop. He's just not ready to come forward. Something quite dramatic has happened in his life with this death card. And, you know, he's been stuck. This is the 2 of Swords in reverse. He's stuck in indecision. And he's not quite put together the messages of love he wants to send you. He's not had time to do that reflection. That's the Page of Cups and the 4 of Swords there. But this is the card that flew out. This is the 10 of Pentacles. You know, this is the card of union and abundance. So it's a very positive card to come up for you there. But this divine masculine is definitely, you know, in his own space right now. And you need to just be a little bit patient while he sorts stuff out. But, you know, the really good news is that he is in this Devil energy, which, you know, I mean, I don't know that you can ever really call the Devil energy good news, but it does mean he's thinking about you obsessively. So I'm going to get a clarifier on that. Yeah, so he's scared as well. This DM is really scared that he's really cocked things up. I've got another one fly out. So he's really feeling the lack of synchronicity and balance between you at the moment. I feel like this divine feminine has probably pushed him away and rejected him. We've got the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, which is the card of fulfillment. If you look at these cards upright, you see this beautiful happy family card, and then the 3 of Wands with this guy's ships coming in. You know, so in terms of clarifying the Devil, You know, he's absolutely obsessed right now with the idea that he's lost you. And he's feeling very out of sync and out of balance with this whole debacle. So, you know, not the greatest news for him, that he's feeling a bit nervous about it, but I'm sure a lot of divine feminines will be reassured that, you know, he's starting to recognise that he's really fucked this up. And he's really not sure how you feel about him. He's not sure if that happy ever after is still open to him. And he's absolutely obsessed with mulling this over yet. But whatever this ending is in his life, let's get some clarification on that as well. So I'm thinking it may be something to do with work. I thought maybe we'd have a karmic situation pop up there, but you know, he's still doing battle. I feel like the ending hasn't quite come yet. He's trying to defend something. So this guy may be having work issues. But, you know, the really reassuring thing is that this guy is really, really thinking about you. And this 10 of Pentacles that flew out, the promise of abundant union, is a very positive outlook. So let's have a little look at what you can expect from him in terms of coming towards you or not in the near future. So we have the 7 of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So once this guy's sorted his stuff out, he's going to be, you know, coming towards you with a lot of messages. The King of Swords is all about communication. Unfortunately, he is going to be coming towards you with some revelations. And I feel like he's been less than honest in the past with this card. And, you know, the 7 of Swords in this deck shows as a joker, stealing swords from the circus. So this actually mirrors a reading I did last week. So Arthur's telling me that actually this deceit, this dishonesty isn't going to be as bad as you think. It's bad to him, but you're going to see it as a bit of a joke. You're going to think, really, is that what he was worried about? But, you know, with this King of pardon me, with this King of Swords energy, he is definitely going to come towards you with communicating, and that is going to create rapid changes in your relationship. Let's see what you need to do in the interim. Wow, I love these cards. So the Divine Feminine here just still has a little tiny bit of work to do. So, you know, try not to be too distracted by your Divine Masculine's journey at the moment, because he's, you know, things are moving forward and he is coming towards you soon. Meanwhile, you've got the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Your guides are really pushing you. They're really pushing you to step up in terms of your spiritual destiny. And this is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? You know, if you've been thinking about going on a course, learning something new, expanding your spiritual awareness in a new direction, you need to do that. You're really being called to do that. Your guides are really nudging you. This one, mirror who or what is triggering you. And you've got this mirror image here. This is absolutely the twin flame card in this oracle. So you really need to work through whatever, you know, whatever you're feeling triggered by right now. In fact, Arthur's telling me to for you to pay special attention as to how you felt as these cards come up, because there will be clues there as to what is actually triggering you. And you need to still purge. There's not a huge amount of purging, but there is some purging for you to do here. So, you know, overall, I think this is a really positive lineup. It's a Divine Masculine who cannot stop thinking about you. He's got some stuff to sort out. He's got some reflection to do. But when he does come towards you, he's going to be speaking his truth. And, you know, at the moment, he really feels like he's on the back foot and that you're not there. So actually, Arthur's saying you need to send him some reassurance. Don't come forward with declarations of undying love. Just perhaps drop him a little note to say you're thinking of him. You hope he's well. And, you know, just keep it casual. So pile 2. Let's see what you've got. So the suits are called something different in these decks. I'll explain them as we go. Some of the majors are as well. So what does your divine masculine want you to know? Oh, this is nice. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Swords here. This came up in reverse, the pile 1. But you know, this guy is ready to come forward with truth, but he's waiting. Because we've got the blasted oak, which is actually the tower in this deck, but it's reversed. And he's waiting. He's waiting for something else to come to an explosive end before he can move towards you. But he wants you to know that, you know, it's in the cards. Now, the 5 of Vessels, this is actually the 5 of Cups. And normally, this card in tarot means regret and disappointment. But in this deck, it's called Ecstasy. And you see this lady dancing amongst these beautiful candlelit pentagram on the beach. And it's a beautiful, beautiful card to come up in terms of what he wants you to know. You know, this is about the dance of life and of really connecting with you on a spiritual level and moving forward. And you've also got the 2 of Cups here, you know, the card of union. So he really wants you to know that you are on his mind and he is coming towards you. But he's going to be a little bit slow about that. We've got the King of Stones, or Pentacles as he's known. And in this card, he's the wolf. You know, we see him howling at the moon. And I feel like he's really reaching out to you at the moment with messages of love, but he is taking his time and you're not to get too frustrated with that. We've also got the Ace of Wands. So again, 2 aces. You know, he's very focused on new beginnings right now. Arthur's telling me he's feeling very, very passionate. That's a very hot and sexy card. But he's not quite ready for this journey now. He needs something else to happen. This is the Fool in reverse. And we've also got the Wheel. And this means that actually it's about divine timing. You know, this Tower moment, it's not going to be an easy time for him. But, you know, where and when that will happen and what will happen is all about divine timing. It's a fated incident. So, you know, this guy is really, this is great news today. Part is positive as well. He's really, you know, he's really thinking about you. And that Union card with this beautiful flaming heart, you know, really, I hope you can see this card. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful lineup. So this is very good news for many of you. And I feel like this, Arthur's going to say this howling at the moon, if he's literally not reaching out to you with messages, then trust that in 5D he is. You know, he's sending out that call. He's connecting with you. It's really beautiful. But you just need to be patient. So in terms of what's coming in your future, okay, so patience really is the word. You've got to trust that this guy is doing the work. You've got the 8 of Stones or Pentacles here. But he really is going through, post this Tower moment, a death, an ending. You know, a really powerful cycle ending in his relationship. And like the Wheel and this Tower card showed us, you know, this is inevitable. He has no control over this happening. I think he's expecting it, but he has no control over how and when it happens. And once that happens, you know, we've got this 7 of Vessels or Cups as it's known. In this deck, it's known as mourning. I don't know if you can see this, you know, mourning that death. So whatever this ending is, it's not going to be easy for him. And you're going to have to be really patient with him because this will kind of slow him down a bit more. We've got the Knight of Stones here, which is this horse. And we see him kind of charging forwards, but in this card, he is, you know, it's reversed. It's a blocked energy. The good news is you've also got the Knight of Bows, which is very quick, fiery energy. So even though you're going to be a bit frustrated by the wait, you have to trust that once this wait is over, once he's done this work, he's gone through this ending and this mourning and, you know, this kind of holding back and coming towards you, he's going to rush towards you with a lot of passion. So this is a really beautiful lineup for you guys, pile 2. And, you know, your divine masculine, he really wants you to know that he hasn't given up. You think he has because you've not heard from him for a while. But he really hasn't. So let's see what the divine feminine can do in the interim to stay strong and keep healing. Stay in her power. Wow, so lots of healings for you, divine feminine. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts and past lives. You know, this is very much about digging into your past. If you've been working through that in counselling, in therapy, Arthur's saying that some of you started doing that and then you've kind of lost track and lost focus on it. You need to do that. You need to release that. And you know, this one's come up as well. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So, you know, this card to come up for twins is really powerful for me because when you heal, you literally rewrite the future. That's when you begin to manifest union. So you're really being called to do your part in this, you know, in this journey, because union cannot happen until you're healed. I'm sure those of you that have, you know, done your research on the twin flame journey understand that. It's about healing self and loving self, and you're really being called to do that last bit of work on yourself. And here we have the Council of Light, divine orchestration. That's what I was saying about divine timing, helpers in the subtle realms. Trust that, you know, the divine is bringing this towards union, but, you know, you are being called to do this work. You've got ancestral patterns, releasing soul patterns, contracts and past lives, healing, rewriting the future. This card is actually really beautiful as well. You see this lady here, and there's kind of all these kind of they're almost ghostly figures coming out of the cave. You know, you need to address stuff from your past and transmute that into something positive so that it doesn't hold back union. And just remember that your guide, your spiritual counsel, they are behind you. And, you know, this is divine. It's going to happen. It really is. So I hope that helps, part 2. That was another really positive reading for you guys. I do love these cards. Right, let's get the next one. It's a pile 3. What is your divine masculine wishing to communicate to you? Actually, if anyone does know what this stone is, I'd really love to know. It's kind of black and shimmery with like white quartz running through it. I think it might be dolomite, but I'm not sure. So what does your divine masculine want you to know? Okay. So he has released his karmic. If this is the news you've been waiting for, it's happened. This divine masculine has recently let go of his dark karmic partner. And he's really waking up. You know, we've got this dark side of the moon with this beautiful silver lining of light here. This is judgment. It's the card of awakening, the card of rebirth, the card of calling. And we've got the 3 of Wands, swiftly followed by the Hermit and the 7 of Wands. So, you know, we really see him stepping into his own divinity, into his own spirituality, stepping into, you know, this place of inner reflection, of activating his own inner light, doing a lot of soul searching. and really releasing. He wants you to know that he's released that toxic attachment to his karmic partner. So 3 of Cups reversed next to the Devil. He is done with that, you know. And this Temperance in reverse card, Arthur's telling me whatever chemistry existed between them is dead. It's done, it's over. He has released her. And you've got that Justice card there. Karma is rebalanced. You know, that's what karmic partners are about. Balancing karma and learning that lesson, transmuting that negative energy so that it, you know, he can learn. And that's what being in that Hermit energy is about. So, you know, this 7 of Wands, he's going to feel a bit defensive for a while. And I feel like he may be blocking you. You know, you are going to be in separation. You've got to be patient. He needs to heal. He needs to do that hermit work. He needs to do his healing. But this is very positive. You know, this is messages from him. He wants you to know that he's let her go and he's moving forward with this journey. So in terms of what's coming, we had this card come up for the other pile as well. So this is the end of deceit. It's the end. It's the beginning of truth. We've got the 7 of Swords cards here, followed by the Chariot. He's going to be rushing towards you with truth in all its forms. And with the 3 horses here, I'm really guided to say you're going to hear everything about this karmic situation. It's actually come up alongside these 2 threes. And this is what he's going to be coming towards telling you about. So actually, there could be a few of you reading this that didn't realise he had a karmic and were wondering why you've been in separation for so long. But, you know, he's going to be honest with you. This 9 of Cups energy is beautiful. This is the celebration before completion. And we've also got the 5 of Pentacles, which is Arthur's telling me, oh, okay, so he says you're going to be pissed off. After waiting so long for this guy to charge towards you, and that's what this defensiveness is about. We've got another 7 here, and the Chariot is also a 7. Okay, so when he comes towards you with this truth, you're going to be pissed off, okay? You're going to celebrate initially that he's come back, and then when he tells you about his karmic, you're going to feel left out in the cold. So let this reading be a sign of what's to come, and make peace with that now, Arthur is saying. Accept that now, otherwise you're going to really screw this up, because this is going to be a beautiful coming together. And it is going to really trigger you, okay? But as it triggers you, you've got to remember that it's because you're not healed. If you were in a place of unconditional love for self and your twin, you'd be able to take this information about his karmic. And the fact that, you know, I'm seeing you're going to take it quite badly, you're going to feel cheated and left out in the cold. You know, I don't want this to be your future lineup, neither does Arthur. So you've got to make peace with that now. You've got to come to terms with it. You've got to remember that that karmic relationship was part of his journey. It served your relationship with him. He needed to learn those lessons from his karmic and not from you. And he didn't tell you about it because he didn't want to hurt you. And he's telling you now because he wants to come at you from a position of honesty. So let's see what the Divine Feminine needs to do in the meantime. While she's waiting. I feel like this one's going to happen fairly quickly. You know, definitely within the next couple of months, this guy's going to come towards you. Be ready. So, not Arthur, sorry, this card, in terms of what the Divine Feminine wants you to do, or needs to do, sorry, is protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So Arthur's telling me that you might need to do some spiritual clearing on yourself. Make sure you've got no negative attachments, nothing that is clouding your judgment or clarity. Now is the time to get clear and heal, because you're going to need to be whole and happy and absolutely overflowing with unconditional love if you're going to make this union work, okay? And creating heaven on earth, it's happening. This is Lemuria. This is really urging you to join the collective. You know, you're a light worker, and this is where you're meant to be. You're meant to be helping people. And Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. So, you know, trust that this karmic situation served both of you and is all part of something greater. And, you know, the main purpose of twin flames is to heal one another from a distance. You trigger one another so that you start purging all these feelings, and then you can go away and heal. And that's how separation serves you. But with this one in particular, and this one, in fact, all of these, you know, if you chose this pile, you're really, really being guided to get more involved in this light working community, to start giving back. And in doing that, you will help make yourself even more whole. I feel like connecting to your sisterhood, connecting to other women, connecting to, you know, other light workers is really going to help lift you up and prepare you for this journey. But that's a really important message that Arthur had for you in terms of, you know, accepting this truth before it comes towards you. Don't avoid it. Don't ignore it. Because the last thing you want to do when he finally comes towards you, rushing towards you with this truth, is to reject him at the last hurdle. It is really going to trigger you unless you do that work now. Don't wait. You don't want to be feeling left out in the cold. Okay, so I really hope that helps, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to upload an energy update tomorrow for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. So do tune in to check that out. Thank you so much. Happy Monday and see you soon.